Welcome to Personal Mastery Training. I'm your host, Alvin Brown, former world-class athlete turned entrepreneur and consultant. Join us as we learn from guests who have conquered their inner battles and share their journeys to success. Get ready for inspirational masterclasses and thought-provoking strategy sessions to fuel your path to personal mastery. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another strategy episode. This one is called Life is a Gamble. The other day I was watching Kevin Hart at the Mark Twain when he was receiving the Mark Twain Award. And overall it was good, but the main gold, the real gold came at the end when Kevin was given his summary of the award and what it meant to him. And he left one golden nugget that I took away. He says he took a gamble and with his life. And he said, too many people look at gambling. If you were to call yourself a gambler, they look at it in a negative way. But the way he spun it really hit me. And it really made me want to share this with you, this life lesson that he talked about. Because really, in reality, think about it. You can set all the goals you want. You can do everything safe that you can. But at the end of the day, life is a gamble. You don't know if it will come true. You don't know if what you want is going to be able to come to fruition. So it's a gamble. So this is why I want to dedicate this one to that one wisdom. Because at the end of the day, in the grand casino that we call life, if we're to look at life as a grand casino, we're all gamblers. Every day we place our bets on choices we make. That's all we do. Plan all you want, but life has a way of messing up those plans if it wants to. The path we follow and the risks we take, those are all risks we take when we go down this path that we set. We never know what the cards of life will deal us. And what's next? We don't know. But that's the thrill of life if you decide to just gamble. Too often, we play a life a little bit conservative. A lot of us, especially back in the day, right? We were looking for that pension, the picket fence, leave it to beaver, family. Everything's predictable. We were clinging to the familiar, shying away from the unknown. We don't like change. People don't like change. We fear failure, rejection, and the pain of losing our bets when we put it down. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we just shifted a bit and embrace the mindset of a seasoned gambler? See, here's the thing. Gamblers, they understand that risk is an inherent part of the game. And so is life. Do you know? Listen to this. Do you know what's going to happen tomorrow? Exactly tomorrow. Can you lay it all out and confirm to me it's going to go exactly that way that you want it to go tomorrow? Can you let me know? Are you absolutely 100% certain that tomorrow is going to go the exact way you have planned? You don't. So isn't it a bet? Aren't you gambling with life? See, here's the thing about gamblers. They know they can't win if they don't play. And they can't play it safe and expect a big payoff. Right? It reminds me of the Bible story of the talents. How the king gave his 3 followers talents while he went away. And when he came back, he rewarded the one who multiplied their talents and shunned the one who stuck it in the ground and played it safe, in a nutshell. Right? The thing about gamblers, they calculate their odds. They weigh their options and make strategic moves to increase the chances of winning. The other thing about gamblers is they also know that losses are inevitable. So many of us try to avoid it. They don't let setbacks discourage them. Instead, they learn from their mistakes and come back stronger the next game. These are seasoned gamblers. These are the ones who make it a profession. They understand that the game is not just about winning or losing. It's about the journey, the excitement, the possibility of hitting the jackpot. See, and that's what Kevin Hart was talking about. The idea that he took a chance when probably no one believed in him. He gambled when everybody thought you're crazy. You spend all those nights out on the road in bars and comedy clubs and nothing's going on. Who's going to believe in you when you should be getting a job, something secure? Are you crazy? Who's gonna come and listen to you? Maybe you even bomb at the beginning. No one's you're gonna get movies. How are you gonna become massive? There's other comedians out there, isn't there? How are you gonna make your mark? See, there's all kinds of doubt, but you bet on yourself. Now, what if we apply the gambler's mindset to life? Now, imagine approaching life with the same fearlessness and determination as a gambler. Instead of letting fear hold you back and looking for safety, imagine if you embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth. Gamble that dice, you roll that dice. You take calculated risks. So I think of myself as a risk taker. All my life, I remember at the start of my professional life, when you enter the workforce, I wanted to get a job at Chrysler. I was thinking about Chrysler, GM. I had my application for a police officer, firefighter, and nothing wrong with those professions. But I was looking for something where it was a pension, I was safe, secure, and there was no way they had a union, all those kind of things. I was looking for that. So anywhere I could go where I was also looking for easy. Not that the police, now I'm not going to say being a police officer and a firefighter is easy, but I was also looking at the other jobs, anything where there were no risks to be taken. So this is me in the old days, right? And if I was taking the gambling mindset, I'd pursue my passion, chase my dreams with unwavering resolve. And this is what I decided to do when I almost made the leap and jumped. See, I would also view setbacks as valuable lessons, not as a reason to quit. This is the mindset. So when I'm thinking about my mindset now, and when I've done those personality tests, I've been called a gambler and I've been called a risk taker because I love putting myself out there. I love taking a chance. I love learning from my mistakes, adjusting my strategies, and keep moving forward. This is what a gamblers do. And if you take that mindset, you'd also understand that its true reward is not just in achieving your goals, but it's in growth and transformation. The growth and transformation you receive along the way. So think about it for a minute. And one of my mentors, Dr. Tom Hill, my close mentor, he's in his 80s now, late 80s. He always said this phrase, Alvin, you could do everything perfect. You could set everything up. You could eat right, think right. And this is another mentor of mine. He would have this phrase, these 7 things. He said, eat right, think right, poop right, talk right. All of these things. You could do them right. But something could still happen. But here's the thing about it though. When you do all those things right, quote unquote, you put the odds in your favor. The odds are in your favor that it will be a favorable outcome. So I want you to start thinking about your life and realize that the safety that you think you have, that you're going for, the idea that I'm not going to take any risks because I want to be safe. Just realize that life is a gamble. Because I'd love anyone listening to this, send me a message and tell me you know exactly what's going to happen an hour from now, a minute from now, and you're 100% sure. I'm not talking about probabilities. I'm talking about 100% sure that's going to go exactly the way you want. You're not going to get an illness. You're not going to get an accident. You're not going to get this. See, life is a gamble. And I love this Tony Robbins quote. I'll finish with this one. When, if you're struggling with getting back out there, you've had a couple of challenges and you've let them beat you up. And now you don't want to take any more chances. You don't want to take any more swings because you've been struck out a few times. You're gun shy. And this kind of correlates. I remember him saying that every day when we get in our car and we drive down a road and realize that the only thing that's separating you from the other driver is a yellow line. That's a gamble. I'm hoping that you're going to respect that yellow line every day. But what we got to do is trust. Trust. Have this inherent trust that you're going to keep your car on your side. And that's how we got to take life. Just this trust that everything's going to be okay and take your calculated risks. If you want to do something, cross your T's, dot your I's, and go for it. Launch. Life is too short to be living with regret. And I lied, but I'm going to leave you with one more. I'm going to leave you with one more wisdom. Jim Rohn, my favorite. He says, regret weighs tons and discipline weighs ounces. So a little bit of discipline to execute is mere ounces compared to the regret that weighs a ton throughout your life. So this is how I was inspired by Kevin Hart's story of why he's a gambler, and why he thinks gambling has got a bad name. We're all gamblers. So let's go gamble, bet on yourself. That's the best bet you can make. If you got the work ethic and you got the hustle, it's a good bet. All right, on to next time. We'll talk. Let's get out there and live a masterful life. Peace.